Well, morning YouTubers. I'm back in the UK. Oh, excuse me. Back in the UK after my fantastic holiday. Today I'm going on a hike and I've got a new bag. It's called a Polish bread bag, which is basically, I think, a Polish medical kit. Army surplus. Pretty heavy, to be honest. It's canvas, it's got loads of flaps and stuff. I'll show you later, but I've used it once already and it was a little bit heavy. It needs some modifications to the shoulder strap and stuff, but if you're just going out for a couple of hours, ideal. Loads of pockets and everything. But I'll see you shortly. Looking forward to my hike. It's Friday the 1st of August. Pinch punch, first day of the month. Well, what a beautiful day. Some of you may remember from my previous vid about the World War II airstrip. It's here. So if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. But I'm going somewhere different today, which involves going at the bottom, right at the bottom here, walking all the way around. Only doing about 3 miles, maybe 4, nothing major. Got a day off work. I like a Friday off. Being self-employed is very handy. Got one of my chaps on another job. So, day off for me. It's about 15 degrees. The car said it was 15 degrees. Feels a bit warmer than that though. But, I'm sort of quite close to a road that way, which is where the car park is, but hopefully you won't be able to hear any road noise soon. But I'm going to have a drink, brew up a coffee. Well, it's a 3-in-1, it's not really a brew. And then have some lunch, which will probably involve a pot noodle. I might start doing pot noodle reviews. All the other guys seem to be doing beer reviews. I see Elvis Juice, which is my nickname actually, Elvis. See Elvis Juice is making an appearance in lots of bushcraft videos. Tim from Viking Outdoors, he's done some. I think Hayes has done some on Elvis Juice. I think there's a few others done some on Elvis Juice. Personally, it's okay. I prefer a Guinness or something. But anyway, don't know whether you can see the Polish bread bag. There, look. I'll show it to you a bit better when I stop, perhaps. But it's pretty loaded actually, and it does cut into your shoulder a little bit here, so I'm going to do maybe a little modification with a wider strap or some sort of cushion in here. I normally only like to use a backpack purely because it takes the strain, but it's fairly compact, a bit different. Bushcraft, the boys probably like it. I want to do a bit more bushcraft stuff, but I don't know, I don't really like. I like camping, I like sleeping out and stuff like that, but I don't like getting too dirty. I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to things like that. But hey, beautiful day, sun's in the sky, see, somewhere up there. And I'll come back to you in a little while. One thing I did hear is that from someone in Forest Row, which is quite close to me, where I live, is that they've seen some adders up on the forest, and I know they live up here, and I don't particularly like snakes at all. Previous videos you may have seen that I lived in Nigeria for a year, and I had my fill of snakes. My dad and all the other guys used to have to go out and kill snakes when I was only little, and they used to have to go out and kill snakes to stop them biting us basically, and there were some pretty nasty poisonous ones. So I'm going to be on the lookout for adders because they like basking in the sun. So I won't be going through all the heather and stuff today. I doubt. I'll just stick to trails, I think. The person that put it up on Facebook, actually, it looked massive. It was a big bastard. I don't like snakes at all. Just saying. Just thought I'd mention I'm rocking the morels with shorts today. I missed these on holiday. Couldn't actually take them just because of the weight. Bloody EasyJet. They tried to stitch me for 2 kilograms over as it was. One of the downsides to walking on Ashdown Forest is, one, the aircraft noise because we're quite close to Gatwick, and two is dogs. Now I don't mind dogs, I don't like big dogs too much, but I don't mind dogs. But I hate it when they come and jump up on me, especially when I'm wearing shorts and they got their muddy, shitty paws all over my legs. But I know they're only being friendly, but it does my head in. Constantly bloody dogs and jumpy dogs. Don't like that. Sorry if you're a dog lover with a jumpy dog, but I'm not cruel to them or anything, but it just annoys me. I know they mean well and they're just happy to see me, obviously. I think this is probably part of a World War II bunker. There's absolutely tons of them on the forest. Not sure if I've said this in a previous video, actually. I may have done. Anyway, pull me up on it if I have. But they, in the war, World War II, they used to put lots of lanterns and lights up on the forest in sort of clusters, so that when the German bombers came over, they thought it was a town or London and would drop their bombs before they reached London or on the way back. So that's why there's loads of bomb craters. There's some humongous ones, like really proper deep ones. Big ordnance gone in there. Quite a few trees that are here have been lightning struck at some point in their lives. There's a little cluster here that must have got zapped. Just there in the middle, there-ish somewhere, I can't see because I've got my sunglasses on about there. But, beautiful today. It'd be really quiet if it wasn't for the air traffic. Sort of every 10 minutes one comes over. Gatwick is, let's get my bearings, probably about 10 miles as the crow flies that way, maybe 12. So it's unavoidable really. Handy when I want to go away though, because it's like a 10-minute cab ride from where I live. And funny enough, I don't actually hear that many planes where I am. I hear more out here than where I am, and I'm closer to Gatwick. But there you go. Can you hear me all right? I don't speak very loud, I'm afraid. I'll try. I'll speak loud when I shout. I'd love to climb that. Sit in the top there. I'd never get up to it. That's the first point there. It's about 12 foot off the ground. Look at that big boy. Don't know enough about mushrooms to be picking that and eating it, but it looks evil. I would say that would probably make me ill. So I won't be eating it. Just found another one, look. Different. So this is the Polish bread bag, or medical kit. army surplus. I'll stop here and get some bits out. So what's in my Polish bread bag, you may ask? Well, got my Yashimaki Shimag thing, whatever you call it. It was supposed to be cotton, but it's not, it's like polyester, but it's super light. I wouldn't wear it around my head though. 2 bottles of meths, traditional pot noodle. What else we got in there? Trangia in the bottom, Bounty, an Nalgene bottle which I'm trying to get out. It's not actually an Nalgene, it's a Carrymore cup because I lost my camping one, so I'm going to have my coffee in that. Kitchen-y stuff, first aid kit, and my CRKT minimalist knife. That's pretty much about it. I'll get it all out. Okay, there you go, it's empty. A couple of little pockets here with flaps on, but I'm going to cut those flaps off. I've tucked them in at the moment. One here where I've got my Bounty in, same with flaps. And a couple of little compartments. It's basically like a fishing bag, but it is a little bit heavy, I will be honest. But it's slightly different and very hard wearing. Good enough for the Polish medical team. Okay, there you go, it's empty. A couple of little pockets here with flaps on, but I'm going to cut those flaps off. I've tucked them in at the moment. One here where I've got my Bounty in, same with flaps. And a couple of little compartments. It's basically like a fishing bag, but it is a little bit heavy, I will be honest. But it's slightly different and very hard wearing. Good enough for the Polish medical team. And here we have my CRKT minimalist knife. You can see that. That's how big it is. Basically 3 fingers and a lanyard. Amazing, very sharp, but tiny. It's the minimalist Bowie. Snaps in there. I normally carry it on a carabiner, like thus, but goes everywhere with me, this one, purely because it's very tiny and you can use it for all sorts of things. I might do a knife special because I've got tons of knives, but this one's my favourite. She's a goer. Right, let's get some water on. Trouble is with these bottles, I'm in shot there. Trouble is with these bottles, they're bloody heavy in themselves, really. Right, let's get my standard cup, which was from Decathlon for about £2 or something. Anyway, I'll come back to you when my coffee's done. As I've lost my other cup, I had to bring this horrible rubbish kids cup type thing. So I've not got a big coffee, but that's boiled literally in, even in the windy conditions, about 2 minutes. Right, it's now about 15 minutes later and I've got more water on for the pot noodle. Pot noodle. Now I don't know about you, but I always crush my pot noodle up as much as possible. Saves getting drips down your chin. Basically 100 millilitres of fuel on a windy day does enough for a coffee and a pot noodle. I think we can safely say that that's hot enough to put in. Now, The trick to doing pot noodles when you're out and about is make sure you don't take the lid off, especially when it's windy. Peel it back, pour your water in, seal it back up. Stays hot, cooks it quicker. Not that I'm a pot noodle expert, of course. Couple of minutes, good to go. Not too much water. That's why I scrunch it up so I don't put too much in as well. Otherwise you tend to overfill it. Not an expert. Well, there you have it, folks. Leave no trace. Not even any scorch marks, tiny bit of water, that's it. So Lee will be happy. Polish bread bag, Polish medical kit, all the contents back in. That pot noodle and my coffee took all of that, so that's 100 mils. Always carry a spare just in case you want another drink. I won't give you all the measurements and that because I don't know them. I cut a few things off it already, but I'm definitely going to cut those flaps off the inside here at the back of these because you just don't need them. I presume they were for bandages and that kind of thing. But there's another strap that comes out like, just to pull it in a bit better if you need it. Do the buckles up. Bob's your auntie. Well, that's lunch sorted and done. Still walking. I've got about a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles left to do, and that'll probably be about 3.5, maybe 4 miles today. I should have tracked it really, but I know roughly how many miles it is. Just a short little hike today. I always carry some tramadol or Zapan, I think it's Zapan, with me. And there's a reason for that. Years ago, I'll tell you a little story. Years ago, I was mountain biking with a group of friends, and one of them went over a massive jump and fell, broke his ankle, and was screaming in pain for absolutely ages and ages and ages. And luckily I had some Zapan and tramadol on me, gave him a couple, and that kept his pain pretty much at bay until the air ambulance landed. We were in the middle of the forest, not dissimilar to this really, and it kept distracted. I'm always distracted by stuff, distracted by water, and it kept his pain at bay for, yeah, probably about an hour by the time it kicked in. But the air ambulance found it difficult to find us because we didn't actually know exactly where we were. So, motto of the story: carry oodles of painkillers just in case you fall over, break your leg. I mean, I'm out in the wilds now, and if I broke my ankle, at least I could dull the pain for a little bit, or go to sleep for a long while by taking too many. So don't take too many, just take a couple to take the edge off. Right, subscribers. I've seen a little increase in my subscribers. Big shout out to Pine Tree Line Outdoors. He's from Canada, Northern Ontario, I believe. So thanks very much for subscribing. Glad you like my channel. The reason I started it really was, as I'm now 51, I'm obviously not going to be in this world for too much longer. Maybe 40 years, who knows? Maybe 5, maybe 1. And I just wanted something really for my children to look back on and be able to hear my voice and that kind of thing. And although my children, I've got a 15-year-old and a 17-year-old, I sort of worry about their future if anything happened to me. Obviously my wife's still around, but how horrendous is that, not to hear your father's voice or see them in the flesh, so to speak. Photographs are okay, but to actually see and hear your beloved is another thing. I'd love to have seen and see my grandma and granddad, and yeah, going down an emotional road now. Anyway, that's basically why I started my YouTube channel. Just really for that, not to be famous or get thousands of subscribers, or that'd be quite nice, because then you know that people enjoy what you do. I haven't got a problem with talking to camera, or I've done it for years, so it's only just recently that I've started YouTubing really, but public speaking, anything like that, I haven't got a problem. I can chat for England if I need to. But that was the main reason for starting my YouTube channel. What about you? Why did you start yours? I know there's lots of people started it for similar reasons. To show off their hikes, show off their bushcraft skills. Just to get out there. It gives you a reason to get out, actually. If you're feeling a bit glum and you want to get out on a walk, film it. It actually gives you a reason to do things. And occupies your mind, gives you someone to talk to. Me. But anyway, let's get off the emotional road and get on the yellow brick road. Getting back to a serious point though about subscribers. I'd like to have more. So if you want to subscribe, if you're already subscribed, then please click that notification bell. Because I've noticed, if I don't do it to new YouTubers I follow or whatever, I have to scroll through all my subscriptions to find out who's uploaded a new video. And if you like what I do, click the bell, get notified. You can still turn them off, I think, so you don't get them on your phone all the time, but I literally upload once a week, once a couple of weeks, once a month. So it's not going to bother you to death. So please click the notification bell, click subscribe if you already haven't, and share if you like. Share with your friends, share with your other subscribers. It all helps me keep motivated at least. And if my children are watching, love you guys. See you later. What sort of video do you guys want to see? Well, I do outdoorsy stuff. Do you want to see anything else? Do you want me to do rant videos? Quite like a rant. Serious question. Do I dye my hair? No, I'm asking you, do I dye my hair? The answer is no. I don't, but I'm thinking about it. I've got a pretty good head of hair for a 51-year-old, I think. But just recently, my sideburns started to get quite grey. I keep seeing the adverts for what is the old Grecian 2000, and I keep thinking, do I do it? I don't know. What do you think? Should I grow old gracefully, or slap on some dye? I've got a couple of greys in the top of my head, but not many. It's just the sides. Help me, tubers, please. Let me know in the comments. I think earlier on I said it was the 1st of August. I think I was hoping it was the 1st of August. It's actually the 1st of September. But not bad weather for the UK for September. Got shorts on, t-shirt on. Pretty warm, not too hot. Cloud base is coming in though, so you never know. Could be a rain cloud or two. Just tracking back to the car now, up the wide track, which is the long airstrip thing that I've talked about previously. World War II bomber landed here, blah 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 blah. Check my previous vids somewhere over that way. Windy. Well, that's gonna pretty much do it for filming. I'll just be rabbiting for rabbiting's sake, and I like to try and keep my vids under 20 minutes if I can. But beautiful day, beautiful scenery, lovely day off. Beats working, and that's about it, unless I can think of anything else that may interest you. That's the end. Do, 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 do.